my name is Nicole and this is going to be a video demonstration on how to make a mason jar wall hanger. This craft is relatively easy to make and it takes very little materials and time. You can make these any size from 1 to 6 jars on a piece of wood. I've seen them in all sizes and shapes and such. Materials are relatively inexpensive to purchase, or you also have the option to use some materials you may have in your home. The materials that you're going to need are obviously a piece of wood. You can use reclaimed wood, pallet wood. We have a spare cabinet door here. Just basically any type of wood that you'd like, depending on the style that you're going for and the size. You're also going to need some mason jars. We have wide mouth jars here. You can use any size of mason jars as well, from the small to the really large. We have hose clamps. These hose clamps you can buy at any hardware store. They should be relatively easy to find, just about everywhere. Basic screws, and you're going to need to make sure that the screw heads are large enough so that they can securely fasten the hose clamps to your piece of wood. And also you want to make sure that the length of your screw is not any wider than the width of your board so that they don't stick out the back. A couple of other materials you're going to need in tools are a screwdriver, a pair of pliers, and a Sharpie marker. So the first step you're going to measure your wood depending on the size of your project and how many jars you're going to attach. This is going to be a little bit different for everyone. So for this instant, we're going to make a 3-jar hanger like we've made here for my bathroom. So, and for the timeliness of this demonstration, I've already measured out the measurements that I have here. I basically started in the middle and made a mark right in the middle of the center of the wood. I went out from the middle to each side and also measured halfway through and made another mark. So these are going to be the marks on where our mason jars hang ultimately. The second step is you're going to take your hose clamp and you're going to securely fasten it around your mason jar. So you're going to put these two together, crimp them in here, and tighten the screw on this side. So they're going to be tight just like this mason jar here. You're going to turn these around to where the little slots are in the back of your hose clamp, and you're going to mark approximately the middle of where the mason jar is with the Sharpie marker. This is where you're going to actually insert your screw through the hose clamp and into the board. The third step is you're actually going to take off the hose clamp again, and you're going to secure it to the board on here, like I've done with this one here. So you're going to secure these onto the board really well. Depending on the wood that you use, you may need an actual power screwdriver, just depending on the wood and how hard it is to get in there. Once you have these securely fastened to your board, you are going to place the mason jars back in here and fasten them again. And tighten them down really well so that everything's held on there really well. So basically you're going to end up with all of your mason jars attached to or clamped into the hose rings, the hose clamps, and then also attached to the board. Depending again on how big your project is, you'll have to go through those steps quite a few times. The last part of the project is you're going to want to attach hangers to the back of your board if you plan on hanging this on a wall. You can buy hangers at any hardware store and you should be able to find them fairly easily as well. And so that is our mason jar wall hanger. You can use these for a variety of reasons. Here's obviously the bathroom supplies again. You can use them for art supplies. You can plant succulents and herbs in them for the kitchen. So hopefully this demo is useful, and I provided you with a few uses for your mason jar wall hanger. Thank you.